We're through the first quarter of the season. Hard to believe, I know, as we kick off in this Week 5 contest. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. First play, Murray's letting it rip. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That's 16 on the pickup. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. First carry here for the rookie out of Rutgers. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, 18, fight!
Milton out of the pistol here. Dumps it off to his running back. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Set. This is 3rd and 5.
Panther 11, Panther left turn. Wrapped up, Buffalo 18.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Delay of game backs him up, Brock, and on 3rd down, it's once again 10 to go.
Ready, 65, 19, let's go.
3rd and long for him here. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They've got first down here from the 36. Out of the gun, it's Milton. Connecting on the slant. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Shotgun snap here to Milton. This throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it. And he's going to be touched down about 3 yards shy of the marker. Offense in the hurry up here. They'll try and punch it in. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. He gets 2 on that run. That brings up 3rd and goal.
Now we get to a very interesting call on 3rd down. Kind of a crescendo to this drive. Can the defense rise up knowing there is no margin for error?
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Cardinals finish up an excellent opening series. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
That one right down the middle. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Slide with the honors. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's 16 yards on that play. And that's a Falcon first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Complete out to the right side. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They got 21 yards on the play. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
Hot quick right side. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Gets him on the in route. And this one does not go far.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Complete beyond the marker. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons finish off their opening drive. That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10.
65, Cat! 65!
Off the play fake, here's Milton. Throw is there, Trey McBride. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. They get 22 out of that play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
79 Broncos! 60 Vikings! 60 Vikings!
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Cardinals. They're looking at first down here. Hamilton back to throw. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And it's good yardage, but a little short of the sticks.
Rhythm. You hear these little throws to running backs? It's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm, and a nice little gain on top of it.
Throw left side, complete. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
The running back gets it on the draw. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Empty backfield now. Running back motions out left. That's low and bounces short of his man.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3.
19, Charger, 19.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. That's a pickup of 9. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. When you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
Made the throw as he was getting hit block, and it's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Ready? Jack, count the 60, count the 60. Come 19, come 19.
Hilton going to throw again here, 2nd and 10. That one connects. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take a 2nd quarter lead. Trey McBride, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
All set for the kickoff. Slide with the honors. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10.
60 Vikings.
The drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Looks like they're going option keeper on 1st and 10. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. They gain 11 on that play, and that's a Falcon first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Choke the ball himself for a big run.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Keeps it on the option here. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of them on that run.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Let's go.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. Ooh, the defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing 4th down. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Dive play straight ahead. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Play fake. It's Milton. Taking a deep shot here. They connect on the deep shot. And he gets this down near the 30.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Sending him on the dime. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Back to the well again. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks. 3rd and 2, Brock, as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Let's go now. Ready, ready.
Another carry for it. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Really 2 elements needed to hit it big on this play, Kate. Number 1, you got to sell it. Right? You really got to sell and get that defense moving. And then secondly, you got to execute. You got to get a body on a body so that running back can get loose.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he takes this down close, up to the 3. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Third and goal now. Can they find that final yard?
Ready, ready.
They give it to him again. And he is into the end zone for an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals grow their lead just before halftime. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10.
Come on. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Here's Robinson running the zone read. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here.
It's a pickup of 6.
QB keeping it here, the 2nd down option. All the way, that's an Atlanta touchdown! The Falcons make it a 1-score game before halftime. Kicking team out to try the extra points. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons cut the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Falcons 14.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Milton now. Left side into the hands of McBride. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing now off the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Moving right. Airs it out down the sideline. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Milton out of the pistol here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a 1st down. All set to go now from the 35. Here's Milton, 1st and 10. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Mike Sandler makes the play. He's at the 30. The 10. And he brings it back with a pick 6 and the Atlanta touchdown.
Gosh, I love that play on so many levels, Kate. Making the interception already a terrific.
And he does not tie this game. His extra points off. They remain down by 1. Well, probably still thinking about that missed extra point, partner, but he's got to move past it quick as he gets forward to send this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. Back to the air following that pick 6. Milton lost it. The Falcons bring it in. And they'll take over a little further upfield thanks to that return.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Somebody Takes it away. Couldn't connect for it all on that first down. So back to the drawing board they go for second. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line.
Buffalo 80. Buffalo 18.
Here's a throw. Going deep here for the end zone. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. Thought he had a touchdown there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win. That field goal, to me, it's all about optics. Down by a little or up by a little. And either way, Kate, well, they know they got to raise their game in the second half.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, because this one goes for a touchback.
I should probably sign a head, boy, because I got all the heads, boy.
Here comes the final play of our first half.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60, Cowboy 80.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. He's still going at the 30. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons push the lead to 2 scores now. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10. Running this one left. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Go.
Back-to-back carries here. And they haul him down after a gain of a couple. Leaves him in need of 1 more yard here on 3rd down. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
19 Tigers.
And it's 3rd down.
Oh, and they're going to have the fullback trying power for it. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down. The Cardinals out for the punt. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And he gets them what he can, but still pretty deep in their own territory starting out.
At their own 13-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Pass. Ready.
Here's Robinson to start the drive. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
On second down, Robinson. And he's going to be stopped just shy of that first down marker at the 22.
Ready.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Come on. Ready.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up 4th down. Punt team on the field. They could really use a good one here. Takes it in at the 26. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35.
First and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Hand off to the back. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
At the 46-yard line.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2.
Ready.
Out of the gun, it's Milton. Throwing the out route complete. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They get 19 on that pickup. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They've got first down here from the 36. Shotgun snap here to Milton. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You get a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Finds him over the middle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Go!
Working inside the red zone. Rolling left, buying some time. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. Offense up to the line fast.
18 Cardinals. Johnny Lott, 18, hide in. Ready.
Throwing now, Milton. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That one intended for Trey McBride. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Putting a receiver in motion. 3rd and long for him here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of him.
Slide's kick is up and good. And it's back to a 1-score game now. The deficit is 6.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy you can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Returning it from the 4. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
An option gives to Robinson. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Setting up to throw. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Short pass brought in. And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down the completions. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
He's hit before he can get anything on that return.
First and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
There's a dive up the middle. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gives you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You can throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Now we're on the counter. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
79 Broncos.
Milton. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And 4th and 4 coming up. So out now comes the punter. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Come on. Hawk 70. Viking 18.
They're going to throw out of the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. Shot.
Back to throw. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Let's go now.
They'll throw 3rd and long. He's throwing deep to the left side. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. On now comes their punter. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Fielded at the 11. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Plowing up the middle. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
19 tight, 19, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready.
3rd down from the gun. That's caught for the first. He's going to get this to the opposing 41. That one goes for 31 yards. And it's going to give the Cardinals a 1st down. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Now Milton to throw. And down he goes. The Falcons defense gets it done. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
A loss of 9 yards. It's 2nd down.
Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Milton. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Billy Bowman. And the Falcons take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Okay, ready.
The incompletion. They come up on 2nd and 10.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Robinson. Now, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Jalen Thompson on the tackle. A gain of 1 brings up
6
3rd
defensive
down.
backs out there. Cardinals going dime here, 3rd down.
Bronco 80. 70.
Throw here, 3rd down. Look at that power, deep left side. They did it! He made the interception! Mika Fitzpatrick has got it! And the Cardinals have some new life in the 4th!
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Setting up the running back screen. And this is a tough one. Met back at his own 2-yard line for the loss. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Barely outside of their own end zone. It's 2nd and long.
19 Lions.
Throwing from his own end zone. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion, because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long. That's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Back to throw it. This is reeled in downfield. It's Bryant. This winds up being an excellent play for him from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. To throw, Milton. He completes it in traffic. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right in the double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. They're looking to throw.
3rd and 2.
He's got McBride complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
On the jump.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10.
Go.
Quick throw to the left is complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Cardinals down by a touchdown.
Ready up.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Play fake. It's Milton. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good enough for an Arizona 1st down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Bails out of the pocket quick. Balled in again. It's McBride. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get into a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Let's go now. 60 by 60.
On 1st down, they'll run. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you can put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Setting up to pass. He rolls to his right. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, you get more interceptions.
And they catch him just in time to prevent the first, but that got very close, didn't it? It's 4th and maybe a yard. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Down by 6, no choice but to go for this. They've got a man in motion.
Don't touch him, 18. Take pass.
Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And it's a touchdown in the final minute. He's in. And now an extra point would give him the lead and maybe the win. So it was touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal wouldn't have done it, but they get the score they needed, and now a critical extra point forthcoming.
And now what I love, the pressure shifts to the other sideline. They do have some time left on the clock, and remember, all they're going to need is a field goal to go out and steal this one in the end.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals take the lead on that successful kick. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the set.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10.
Ready.
He'll look to throw it. Man downfield, and he finds London. And he will not score, but he got oh so close, Brock. Out of bounds, 4 yards shy of that end zone. They rip off a big chunk of field and sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field. and the tone of this drive.
The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Here's the design run. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort.
And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really matters.
So the newly found lead stays where it is, and now I'd expect to see them just boot this away and prevent any type of return.
Yeah, this is where you love a kicker with a big old leg. Don't even let them return it. The squib kick can be dangerous. I think that was the play, Kate, like 20 years ago. But with the QBs today and how quickly they move the ball, just send this one through the end zone.
Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35. Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10.
Come on. Trap 60. Trap 60. 70 Lions.
Here he is to throw. Buying some time right. Catch is made down the right sideline. He's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. They get 27 on the play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a 1st down.
Hey, Cowboy 80. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Check.
Running back sent in motion.
60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Dragon 60. Rangers. 70 Rangers. Ready.
Back to throw. This is for the ball game. It's intercepted. That will do it. Picked off by Billy Bowman. And the Falcons will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception. So the Falcons earn the win in this one. And it's going to be remembered quite a bit for the defensive effort right there at the end.